Welcome to the BKS show, here in a different studio tonight, but with the same team, Sammy Esses and Joe Sutt. Missing a big part of the team tonight in Louis Patesh. Not sure where he is.
Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby, on a bachelor party?
Supposedly, if that was the case, that's why he missed week 1.
Right.
But,
that's what we're hearing, but I don't really believe it, Sam.
I heard he was knocking on hotel room doors trying to find the bachelor party, but he was not successful.
But it doesn't even matter because Louis is over the hill and his team did not need him because Naby is back.
Naby is back, better than ever, with a lot of swag, as Joe Sutt says.
Naby's got swag. Naby got a ton of swag this week.
Well, that's one of the things we have to talk about tonight in all the game recaps. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I think that we should start there in Naby's game.
Sure.
Just because a major sweep really starts off the season in the right way for Naby's deal breakers.
Right.
So what happened there this week?
So first and foremost, let's give Naby some credit, but not all the credit. It's not necessary to give him all the credit because No Deal showed up with half a team.
Empty-handed.
Right.
I didn't know if
empty outfield.
Empty outfield. I don't know if they knew it was opening week. I don't know if they got the memo.
No memo.
No memo. I don't know.
So this is Ike Mavora's team, or whatever you want to call it, Ralph Cohen's team.
Right.
No disrespect, Ralph Cohen. You got deal breaker. No Deal, really missing the entire outfield in Mike Sardo, who's out for the year.
After the year, Zool in Vegas.
Zool in Vegas with Louis knocking on doors.
And Ralph
Cohen, something happened on the way into the park.
Right.
He wasn't able to make it.
So you had an upset captain or co-captain in Ike Mavora.
Pitcher.
Co-captain. Ike's a very instrumental figure on that team. Not happy all day. I wouldn't blame him. Everybody wakes up Sunday morning looking forward to play softball, and you don't show up. It's like, come on, what are we even?
What are you doing here?
I like it.
Nah.
What you just killed me. You know. So for that
first game, seems Navy's team jumped out to a big lead. Yeah, we really should call it Ray's team because I'll hear about it if I don't.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm talking pitchers today. Let's talk pitchers. Let's talk pitchers. Ike Mavora's team against Naby's team.
Right.
And Naby was awesome. Not only did he pitch well, the guy hit well. I think he actually went 3 for 4 with 4 RBI on the day.
Naby.
It's unbelievable. Naby with a big return to the league. You gotta love Naby back in the league.
You know, it was nice to see a couple of guys on Naby's team walking into the field. It just made it a lot more exciting on the field. You saw the Rishti brothers walk onto the field. A.B. Hittery walking onto the field.
A.B. Hittery's on the opposite.
But you got DC. DC for Naby.
Right. So a lot of those, it was nice to see everybody back on the field, and that was exciting to me.
Absolutely. It was a little cold out there, but I think that everyone really handled the weather the right way. Put on a little sweatshirt, a little hat if you need to, and just suck it up out there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put cold as an excuse to anybody.
The fields were beautiful.
Beautiful. They really were. Manicured. Beautiful. I happened to one thing, back to the injury report for No Deal. Because of the missing outfield, I witnessed A.B. Hittery playing center field. Now, if that's not a first, I don't know what is.
Right.
I mean, A.B. Hittery is not the guy that you think of when you think of center field.
No.
He's
3 outfielders or 4?
I think it was 3. Could it have been? Yeah, they only had 9 guys.
Right. The score kid had to come and play.
2 score kids. They took my score kid also.
Right.
So they had 2 score guys.
Totally
2 books. The guys' names are books. They don't even have names. 2 books playing for them. I mean, you can't really blame this team at all for getting swept. But
and on top of it all, there was an injury. Whamma got injured.
Oh, in the middle of the game.
In the 5th inning, Whamma
just
got
got
a freak injury at first base.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
So
thank God the injury is not so bad, and Whamma's only had a couple of weeks.
So Whamma will be back.
Right. So the No Deal team, although everybody was talking a lot of hype at them, they did go 0-2. I wouldn't put this as a scare of some sort. They weren't really there. And
asterisk next to the sweep this week.
I would still be very afraid of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Once they get things going, and I don't even think, how I said before, that if this team starts losing games, they're all gonna get crazy. And this is not a loss that's gonna get them crazy.
So
Nobody was there. Nobody was there. It's a long season, and they're just gonna pick them. And next week's their first week.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Right.
Next week is their real week one. Let's see what happens next week with this team.
Let's give Ike a little credit though. He did. I mean, not that we didn't give him credit, but he did go 5 for 6 on the day. He hit the ball extremely well. And Ike on the mound is always Ike on the mound. It's great to have. So I think this team will go places. They're not in too much of a hole yet, so they'll be fine.
Back on that game, playing on field 1. Love
New
that.
Field for us.
New field. Love it.
Awesome.
Love it. Fantastic.
So that field's a great field if it doesn't rain a couple days before because it doesn't hold water well.
The drainage is not so good.
So hopefully if it doesn't rain a couple days before, that'll be our new field so we don't have to use that
fantastic field
in center field.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic.
So that's the goal. I do have one comment to make. So based on what we're saying here, Nate B's comment on the guest book is really unjustified.
Right.
Because my prediction, I didn't know all those guys were out when my prediction came through.
When we talk about predictions,
so break it down. What happened?
Wait,
what are we talking about?
Let's talk first. Last week we all made predictions of who was going to win.
Right.
If anybody wants doing the tally at home, I went 3-1, and the rest of the Goon Squad went 2-2. So I am 3-1, and that is probably going to be the only stat that matters to me all season. I don't care about batting average. I don't care about errors. I don't care. I want to be the top analyst, and that's my goal this season. But, Nate B, he was going crazy that most of us picked the other team to sweep, and we didn't give him enough credit, so on and so forth. If we knew that IKM's team wasn't going to show up with any players, Nate B, I would have gave him the sweep also.
Of course.
Stop tooting your own horn. Relax.
Yep.
Relax.
All right, absolutely. So basically in that game you had deal breaker versus no deal. No deal missing the entire team, getting swept 0-2, but the panel feels like it has nothing to do with the future of this team, and they'll bounce back fairly well for us. Next game, we're moving on to Gladiators versus En Od Milvado.
EOM.
And period. I'm not going to say anything else about that.
Maybe I can see you later.
I got a nice earful from my good friend Kohen Gadol Avi Cohen. His name of his team is En Od Milvado, and that's that. And we're going to leave it at that. But that being said, it was a split. I got to say, coming from the Gladiators, my team, it was a split that hurts. We felt that we should have taken the sweep this week. We won game
Maybe he was missing his star player, Jamie, right?
Jamie got cold and sick early that morning.
Did he get a replacement?
No replacement. Where was Jamie?
Jamie woke up sick. He had some sort of flu or something.
He had some sort of 48-degree thing, you know. 48 degrees outside. I wasn't interested. That's
right. Are you saying Jamie can't handle the cold?
I'm not saying that. That's what some guys on EOM said.
Right.
Star of the week in this game was Nathan S. Cheer. I mean, it goes without saying. The guy went 7 for 8, 7 RBI. He was phenomenal, going the opposite way, pulling the ball, home runs.
What did he eat the night before? I want to know.
We don't know. Whatever Flo Diz cooked up for him.
Right. Because something in Beyond My Recipe, there's an ingredient that she left out.
So if you don't know about this
meal, because if it's HGH, I want some.
If you don't know about BeyondMyRecipe.com, you should follow her on Instagram. Go to her website. That's Nay S. Chira's fiance. And
who had 7 for 8. So that's all that matters.
That's it. That's all you need to know there. Billy Mizrahi, on the other hand, I'd like to talk about him from En Od Milvado. I believe that he didn't have an at-bat that didn't result in a strikeout or a home run on Sunday.
Wow. Strikeout? How many times did he home run? Well, how many times did he strike out?
2 homers, and I think it was 3 strikeouts. I'm not sure. I don't have the stats in front of me, but it's pretty comical.
All or nothing, Bill, huh?
But you know what? He was facing Ike Mala, so
that's
to come away with 2 homers, you know, a couple of strikeouts for Ike Mala is not, you shouldn't be so embarrassed.
Right. And I heard the home runs weren't
fluke shots. No, opposite way, nice hitting.
All right, so very impressive. And Billy was one of the rookies, top rookies last year, and hopefully he's coming into his own right now.
Yeah, you know, the pitching performances were what they were built up to. Ike Mala, against A.B. Cohen is always a great matchup.
How was
I'll tell you, A.B. Cohen came out a little rusty.
Right.
Came out a little rusty. It was cold. I think he came a few minutes later than he would have liked to with the amount of warm-up pitches that he took. We also won the toss and took to bat first to try to exploit that, and we did.
How was the Abadi family first game on the Brooklyn field?
We loved to have the Abadis. We thought that they were phenomenal in the league, and hearing from both Abadis, Jack and Chucky, on Sunday afternoon, Seems like they were very happy with the league, the fields, the competition, the team. So just an overall great week for Gladiators. Although we didn't come out with the sweep, we only took a split, but we'll walk away with a split. Our baddies are happy. We have Nayes eating good food. We have Ike Mala who's excited and pitching just as well as you've seen Ike Mala pitch in the last couple of years. I love this team.
Is Jack Abadi the top center fielder in the league?
You know what, Sammy? It's disrespect to even ask a question like that. That's how stupid of a question that was. Of course Jack Abadi's the best center fielder in the league.
Wow. Okay.
Davide.
Of course.
Okay.
Davide who?
Farka.
Okay. Get David Farka on the phone now. He'd admit it.
Right.
And he's the most competitive guy in the league. And he'd admit it.